Little House on the Prairie remains one of the most beloved family television dramas ever created. Inspired by the books written by Laura Ingalls Wilder, the series captured the struggles and triumphs of pioneer life, while focusing on the warmth and resilience of the Ingalls family. Audiences around the world connected deeply with the emotional storytelling, wholesome values, and unforgettable characters. Across 9 seasons and more than 200 episodes, the show explored difficult themes that many television programs of the era avoided. Topics such as poverty, racism, alcoholism, blindness, grief, addiction, and family hardship were handled with unusual sincerity and compassion. Even decades after the show ended, loyal viewers continue re-watching episodes and discovering new details hidden within scenes they thought they knew perfectly. One fascinating aspect of the series involves the subtle mistakes and behind-the-scenes moments that somehow escaped editing and made it into the final broadcast. These were not dramatic production failures or actors forgetting lines, but tiny visual inconsistencies and production secrets that eagle-eyed fans later noticed. Those hidden moments only added more charm to the series because they revealed the realities behind filming such a massive production. While the show looked simple and peaceful on screen, countless surprising stories unfolded behind the cameras, creating a television legacy filled with memorable triumphs, emotional conflicts, and fascinating bloopers that fans still discuss today. Michael Landon's hidden challenges behind his iconic pioneer appearance. Michael Landon became the heart of Little House on the Prairie through his role as Charles Ingalls, the loving father affectionately called Pa by fans. His warm smile, rugged appearance, and strong moral presence helped define the entire tone of the show. However, many viewers never realized that Landon's famous chestnut-colored hair was not natural. The actor actually began turning gray in his 20s and regularly dyed his hair to maintain Charles Ingalls' youthful pioneer appearance. The harsh California heat and constant outdoor filming often caused the color to fade more quickly than expected, creating continuity challenges between scenes filmed on different days. Those subtle changes occasionally slipped into episodes unnoticed by editors. Beyond his appearance, Landon carried enormous responsibilities during production because he was not only the lead actor but also a writer, producer, and director for many episodes. Balancing those demanding roles required relentless dedication and long work hours. Despite portraying a wholesome family man who rarely drank on screen, Landon struggled with heavy smoking and alcohol use in real life. Cast members later described him as a chain smoker who could go through multiple packs of cigarettes each day. Yet, even with personal struggles and production stress, Landon remained deeply admired by the cast and crew. Many actors later described him as charismatic, creative, and fiercely committed to making the series emotionally authentic for audiences everywhere. The fascinating family connections shared among the cast members. One of the most surprising aspects of Little House on the Prairie involves the remarkable number of real-life family connections hidden within the cast. Melissa Gilbert, who portrayed Laura Ingalls, was adopted by actor Paul Gilbert and actress Barbara Crane shortly after birth. Her television brother Jonathan Gilbert, who played Willie Oleson, was also adopted into the same family. Although audiences saw Laura and Willie constantly arguing on screen, the pair shared a genuine sibling relationship behind the scenes. Over time, however, reports suggested that the two became distant as adults, and Jonathan eventually stepped away from acting entirely. Another fascinating connection involved actress Sarah Gilbert, famous years later for Roseanne and The Big Bang Theory. She was Melissa Gilbert's half-sister through Barbara Crane's second marriage. The show also featured twin actresses Lindsay and Sydney Greenbush as Carrie Ingalls. Because the twins shared the role, many viewers assumed Carrie was portrayed by only one child actress. Their shared performance became one of television's most recognizable examples of twin casting. Another sibling connection appeared through actors Matthew and Patrick LeBiorteau, both adopted brothers who overcame serious childhood health problems before finding acting success. Matthew portrayed Albert Ingalls, while Patrick played Andy Garvey. These genuine family relationships added unexpected emotional depth to the series and often influenced the chemistry viewers saw on screen during dramatic and heartfelt moments. Karen Grassel and the real-life struggles hidden behind Ma Ingalls. Karen Grassel became television history through her portrayal of Caroline Ingalls, the compassionate and resilient mother known affectionately as Ma. Her calm presence balanced Michael Landon's energetic performance perfectly, helping establish the emotional foundation of the series. Yet behind the scenes, Grassel faced significant challenges both professionally and personally. Before joining the cast, she used the stage name Gabriel Tree during her theater career. Michael Landon reportedly encouraged her to use her real name because he believed it sounded more authentic and wholesome for audiences. The decision ultimately helped strengthen her public identity and career recognition. Despite the show's massive popularity, Grassel later revealed tensions involving salary negotiations. She felt underpaid considering the show's success and struggled with Landon's refusal to renegotiate her contract more generously, while the series remained highly rated. Beyond workplace frustrations, Grassel also battled alcoholism during portions of her life. She later discussed how alcohol affected both her and fellow cast members Michael Landon and Victor French. Victor French, who portrayed Isaiah Edwards, played an alcoholic character on screen, while privately dealing with similar issues himself. Grassel eventually overcame her addiction and stopped drinking entirely. Her honesty about those experiences offered fans a more human understanding of the actors behind the beloved pioneer characters. Though audiences saw strength and stability on screen, many cast members privately fought emotional battles hidden from public view during the show's production years. Brutal filming conditions at Big Sky Ranch tested the entire cast. Although Little House on the Prairie presented an idyllic vision of frontier life, filming conditions at Big Sky Ranch in California were often physically exhausting and extremely uncomfortable for the cast. The location regularly experienced intense heat, with temperatures sometimes reaching well above 100 degrees. Actors wore heavy wool costumes, petticoats, boots, bonnets, and multiple layers while filming long outdoor scenes under direct sunlight. Many cast members nearly fainted from heat exhaustion during production days. The women and younger actors struggled especially hard because their elaborate costumes trapped heat continuously. Alison Arngrim, who portrayed the mischievous Nellie Oleson, reportedly suffered some of the worst discomfort on set. Her elaborate blonde curls were not entirely natural because producers eventually required her to wear a specially designed wig. Before the wig was introduced, stylists painfully curled her real hair using old-fashioned heated irons. Once the wig replaced her hairstyling routine, new problems appeared because metal pins holding the wig in place often cut into her scalp and caused bleeding. Arngrim also endured dangerous physical scenes during filming. In the famous episode where Nellie tumbles downhill in a wheelchair, she performed portions of the stunt herself, despite recently suffering a broken wrist. Her terrified screams during filming were reportedly genuine because a safety rope malfunction created real panic. These difficult production realities revealed just how much effort and endurance were required to create the show's seemingly peaceful pioneer world. Melissa Gilbert's emotional journey, growing up on national television. Melissa Gilbert essentially grew up before America's eyes, while portraying Laura Ingalls across nearly a decade of television. Cast at a very young age, she quickly formed deep emotional connections with many members of the production team, especially Michael Landon and his family. Gilbert often described Landon as a father figure during her childhood years on the set. She spent time vacationing with the Landon family and developed close friendships with his children. However, those relationships became more complicated after Michael Landon left his longtime wife for makeup artist Cindy Clerico, who was significantly younger than him. Gilbert later admitted that the scandal deeply affected her because she had viewed the family as stable and inseparable. Professionally, Gilbert faced the unusual challenge of portraying increasingly mature storylines while still being very young herself. When Laura married Almanzo Wilder on the show, Gilbert was only 15 years old in real life. Her romantic scenes with actor Dean Butler, who was much older, made her extremely nervous because she had little real-life dating experience. Gilbert later revealed that her first on-screen kisses felt awkward and embarrassing. She even asked Michael Landon to limit romantic scenes whenever possible. Despite those anxieties, Gilbert matured into one of television's strongest young performers. Her emotional range allowed audiences to connect deeply with Laura's journey from childhood innocence into adulthood. By the series finale, she had become one of the defining faces of family television during the late 20th century. Recycled storylines and clever production tricks used. Throughout the series, longtime television fans eventually noticed that Little House on the Prairie occasionally reused ideas, scripts, and even music from Michael Landon's earlier Western drama Bonanza. Because Landon worked extensively behind the scenes as a producer and writer, he often adapted previous material into fresh pioneer-era stories for Little House. Some episodes contained remarkably similar plots with only slight changes in titles or character details. Landon reportedly believed strongly in efficiency and disliked wasting material that still had emotional storytelling potential. Since managing production required balancing budgets, scripts, schedules, and performances simultaneously, recycling strong concepts helped simplify the demanding workload. Viewers who watched both series carefully often recognized familiar dialogue patterns, dramatic themes, and musical cues appearing across both programs. Several actors also appeared in both shows, creating additional similarities for observant audiences. Mitch Vogel, for example, acted in Bonanza before later appearing in Little House. Jason Bateman also joined the series during its later years as James Cooper Ingalls, gaining one of his first major acting experiences. Bateman later reflected warmly on the supportive atmosphere Landon created on set. He described the environment as deeply familial and remembered Landon as charismatic, respected, and naturally authoritative. Even though some critics noticed repeated storytelling devices, audiences continued embracing the emotional sincerity of the series. Landon's ability to transform familiar themes into compelling family drama ultimately helped Little House maintain popularity for nearly a decade, despite increasing competition from newer television programs. Mary Ingalls' blindness became one of television's most emotional storylines. One of the most dramatic turning points in Little House on the Prairie occurred when Mary Ingalls lost her eyesight during the 4th season. Played by Melissa Sue Anderson, Mary's blindness transformed both her character and the emotional direction of the series. At the time, television rarely allowed major characters to experience permanent disabilities without eventually recovering. Producers often restored characters to normal circumstances quickly, fearing audiences would lose interest. However, Michael Landon insisted that Mary's blindness remain permanent because he believed it would create meaningful and realistic storytelling opportunities. The decision proved emotionally powerful and earned Anderson critical praise, including an Emmy nomination for her performance. Yet portraying a blind character over several years also created frustrations for the actress. Anderson later admitted that the storyline limited Mary's ability to participate in many adventures and physical scenes that other characters enjoyed. Over time, she became increasingly dissatisfied with the restrictions placed on her role and eventually decided to leave the series except for occasional appearances. Nevertheless, Mary's blindness remained one of the show's most memorable and heartbreaking developments. Audiences watched her struggle through fear, anger, resilience, and eventual adaptation with deep emotional investment. The storyline also reflected the series' willingness to confront painful realities rarely addressed in family programming at the time. Even decades later, many viewers still consider Mary's blindness among the most emotional and courageous television storylines ever portrayed in a long-running family drama. The explosive ending that destroyed Walnut Grove for good. When Little House on the Prairie finally approached its conclusion, Michael Landon wanted the ending to leave a lasting impression on audiences. Rather than quietly fading away, the series delivered one of television's most unforgettable finales by literally destroying the town of Walnut Grove. In the final television movie, residents learned that a ruthless landowner planned to seize control of the community. Refusing to let outsiders claim the town they loved, the citizens decided to destroy Walnut Grove themselves before abandoning it forever. Explosions ripped through buildings, while emotional residents watched the beloved town disappear. Behind the scenes, however, there was a practical reason for the destruction. Production companies were required to restore filming locations to their original condition once shooting ended. Since the ranch land had been leased, all structures needed removal after production concluded. Initially, producers considered dismantling the buildings normally, but Landon proposed incorporating the destruction directly into the story. By writing explosions into the script, the production could remove structures dramatically while simultaneously creating a memorable farewell for viewers. Careful planning ensured that certain important sets, including the church and Ingalls homestead, remained intact temporarily. The emotional finale symbolized both the end of the television series and the closing chapter of an era in family entertainment. Fans who watched Walnut Grove explode understood they were witnessing not only the destruction of a fictional town, but also the farewell to one of television's most treasured families. Why Little House on the Prairie still captivates audiences decades later. Even after many decades, Little House on the Prairie continues attracting new generations of viewers who fall in love with its emotional storytelling and timeless themes. Part of the show's enduring appeal comes from its ability to balance warmth, humor, tragedy, and hope within stories that still feel deeply human today. Audiences connected with the Ingalls family because they represented resilience during hardship and compassion during difficult times. Behind the scenes, however, the production contained countless hidden stories involving personal struggles, demanding filming conditions, family relationships, production shortcuts, and subtle mistakes that slipped into episodes unnoticed. Those imperfections only made the series more fascinating because they revealed the enormous effort required to create such heartfelt television. Michael Landon's leadership shaped nearly every aspect of the program, from writing and directing to acting and producing. Meanwhile, talented cast members like Karen Grassel, Melissa Gilbert, Melissa Sue Anderson, Richard Bull, and Allison Arngrim brought emotional authenticity that elevated the material far beyond simple family entertainment. The bloopers and production secrets discovered by fans over the years have become part of the show's larger legacy, encouraging viewers to revisit episodes with fresh curiosity. Ultimately, Little House on the Prairie remains beloved not because it was flawless, but because it felt sincere. Its stories about family, courage, forgiveness, and perseverance continue resonating with audiences searching for comfort, nostalgia, and emotional honesty in television storytelling.